Hello.
Then, now,
Showdown to the queens.
Episode number 500.
forever.
Looks like hell froze over.
Without any more further ado,
Together.
let's jump straight into the show. Hello, welcome to episode number 32 of the TEW IX Challenge Run. We're here for Raw for Monday, the 2nd of September, 2024. We are, I think, 2 shows away from Bash in Berlin. And yeah, tonight we're going to find out who headlines that show. We've got our final 2 matches in the WWE Championship Tournament of Champions. Well, not the final 2. The 2 of the final 3, I guess, the 2 semi-finals. The first being a SummerSlam rematch as Finn Balor and AJ Styles go one-on-one once again. And then our main event will be Gunther facing off with Montez Ford. What else did I announce ahead of the show? Oh, LA Knight and Wes Lee. Winner goes to Bash in Berlin to wrestle for the Intercontinental Championship. Bayley taking on Tiffany Stratton. And a whole lot more. So without any more further ado, let's jump straight into this show. We start with our glorious GM, Bobby Roode, in the ring. You know, he's suited and booted. There's a table there because he's hosting the official contract signing for the match between Bronson Steiner and Cody Rhodes at Bash in Berlin. Because first of all, let me get out of here. The former WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And Cody comes out. He takes a seat and he goes, Cody, you know, before I bring your opponent out here, I want to just quickly run through what's going to go down here tonight, you see, because I ain't here to be the Raw General Manager to take back and sit and watch as you two try and beat the crap out of each other, okay? I've got enough of that going on this show as it is. So here's what's going to go down. We're going to do this. I know how these contract signings end up. They end up physical. They end up fighting and somebody gets slammed through the table. That's not going to happen tonight. So I'll tell you, and I'll tell Bronson once he's out there if you can't hear me already, there's to be no physicality here tonight. If there is, you will be indefinitely suspended for 30 days and the match at Bash in Berlin will no longer be taking place. Understood? And Cody goes, I get it, Bobby. I'm not going to take cheap shots at Bronson Steiner because, you see, unlike Bronson Steiner, I am a man of integrity. You see, before Bronson gets out here, I do actually want to say a couple of words about my opponent at Bash in Berlin, Bronson Steiner, the second-generation superstar. Trust me, I know the burden that comes with bearing a legendary wrestler's last name. You think it's a silver spoon gift to the top, but it's actually more of a burden than you think about it. That's why so many people who come into this industry don't bother, and they change their surname so they can build their own legacy, just like Bronson did before he, you know, embraced his lineage. So I understand everything that may be difficult for Bronson Steiner, you know, but he has already proven his worth here in WWE. He won the United States Championship. He won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and now he's coming for even greater heights, and he set his sights on me, the proverbial top dog. So is he with his words, not mine. Hell, I'm far too humble to declare myself the top dog around here, but if Bronson Steiner seems to think that I am, and he wants to knock me off my perch, then bring it on. He slams the mic down, signs the contract. Out comes Bronson Steiner. He takes a seat, you know, he's leather jacket. The stark contrast between Bronson Steiner and his, you know, sleeveless leather jacket and jeans to Cody's full suit. And he just gets into the ring. He signs the contract. He just slams the pen down. And he snatches the microphone off the table. He goes, Bobby, you don't need to worry about any physicality. You don't need to worry about any of that because I've already done and left my mark here. You know all too well what I'm capable of. Huh? So, let's skip that. I'm willing to wait till Berlin. Are you, Cody? Cody sort of shrugs his shoulders and goes, I'll be my guest. He goes, good. I'll give you 13 days to heal up. Because I want you at 100%. Because then you'll have no excuses when I rip you in half and take your throne. Slams the mic down, leaves. That's it, you know. No physicality. Obviously, we said there's not going to be any, but I want to stick to it. And Cody, you know, sort of leaves as well. But yeah, it is official. Bronson Steiner, Cody Rhodes at Bash in Berlin. For the first time ever, 2 second-generation superstars. And then cut backstage. The opening match is going to be Finn Balor and AJ Styles in their rematch from SummerSlam. You know, Finn's getting ready in Gorilla, and Christian and Dominic Mysterio walk out to him. And Finn goes, "Can I help you?" He goes, "Finn, you're a talented guy." And he goes, "Thanks. Is there a but coming? But I've been waiting here all week, waiting for you to, you know, hit me up." And Finn goes, "Well, why would I do that?" Because, you know, as a thank you. Because tonight you'll have the opportunity to go one-on-one with AJ Styles once again. You get to right that wrong at SummerSlam of you losing. And you get to move on to try and become the new WWE Champion at Bash in Berlin. And you should be thanking me for that opportunity, Finn. Because if I didn't get myself counted out last week, out of the kindness of my heart, the generosity of knowing that you wanted this rematch so bad, then you wouldn't be here next. I'd have beat you last week and it'd be me wrestling AJ Styles right now. So you're welcome, Finn. Because that ain't why you got counted out last week. You got counted out last week because you were worried Dijak was about to beat your ass. Dominic goes, "Hey, listen, no one talks about my dad like that, okay? You know, we did come here to wish you luck, but no, forget it. I hope AJ beats your ass." And they leave, and Finn's like, "Okay, sure, buddy." But yeah, the opening match is AJ and Finn in their SummerSlam rematch. This one gets an 80. AJ Styles gets an 83. Finn Balor gets a 72. And yeah, he's off his game, is Finn, but AJ Styles, you know, already performing better than he was at SummerSlam because, you know, stem cells, all that, quote unquote. But yeah, in 12 minutes and 46, it is AJ who punches his ticket to Berlin. He pins Finn Balor with the Styles Clash in 12:46. 83 for AJ, 72 for Finn. So yeah, who will he be wrestling in the finals of the WWE Championship Tournament of Champions to crown the new WWE Champion? Will it be Gunther or will it be Montez Ford? We'll find out later on tonight. Speaking of Montez Ford, Gabby Kelly's guests is Montez Ford and Ora Mensah, and they walk into frame. Because we just saw AJ Styles submit his place in the final of this WWE Championship Tournament of Finals, and tonight in the main event, you've got the chance to do just that as well, Tez, when you face the ring general, the former World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. And Tez just sort of pauses, and he's like, "Kathy, I'm going to ask you a question right now, and I want you to answer this honestly." She goes, "Sure." "Who do you think is going to win tonight, huh? Me or Gunther?" And Kathy sort of hesitates for a second. She goes, the silence speaks volumes, Kathy. But listen here. I'm a former World Heavyweight Champion. I defied all the odds. And all these years of people saying, you know, when's Tez going to get a go by himself? When's Tez going to excel? When's Tez going to become a top star here? I did that. And now people want to look down on me, even though I've had that success. What? Because Gunther's big and strong and terrifying. He beat, you know, Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. He's a Royal Rumble winner, WrestleMania headliner. Why can't that be me? There's no reason it can't be me. Because tonight, it's gonna be me. Okay, I got Oro by my side, you know, B and Jakara, they got a tag team match coming up next. And they sort of, like, leave to go get ready for their match. And tonight is arguably the biggest match of my career since I lost the World Heavyweight Championship last year. And you think I'm going to go down without a swing? You must not know who the hell you're talking to. I'm Montez goddamn Ford. And I will be back on top. We then cut backstage. Finn, you know, he's licking his wounds after his loss. When Dominic and Christian walk out to him again, they start laughing and they go, "Well, would you look at that, Dom? I guess we were right to believe that Finn, you know, didn't deserve to be the WWE Champion. He only got by last week because of my generosity. Because he's choked. Because he's a loser and a choker. Unlike me, I'd have beaten AJ Styles. I'd have been going on to Bash in Berlin to wrestle Montez Ford or Gunther for the WWE Championship. And I'd have been the new WWE Champion. But you're not going to be, Finn, huh? Because you're old and you're past it. Perhaps if you had someone better to look up to in your career, someone like me, you could have made it back to the top." And Finn swings a forearm at Christian. They brawl. Dominic pulls Finn off, and then Christian and Dominic 2-on-1, Finn Balor, until Dijak runs in, you know, chases off Christian again. Christian and Dominic run away at the sight of Dijak, and Dijak sort of helps Finn up. And then they sort of bump fists, like, hey, yeah, cheers, boss. AE2V tag match. We take those. Tegan and Piper, their first official match as members of the Raw roster. Defeat EST's Bianca Belair and Jakara Jackson. Tegan pinning Jakara with the Vulture Culture Destroyer. 71 for Piper Niven, 75 for Tegan Knox, 48 for Jakara Jackson, and then Bianca on an 88. She's carrying a lot of the work right now. I know she's in the tag division, and I appreciate her for being here and, pulling people up around her. Her time will come in the next couple of months. She will move back up to, the top. But for now, she's, a part of this division. I've got a nice little core here with Bianca and Jakara, Roxy and Cora, Tegan and Piper, and then Becky and Lyra. So, yeah, we've got a nice little crux going on here. But yeah, Jakara Jackson does, of course, take the pin in this match. And after the match, Tegan and Piper celebrating. Kevin Patrick, our correspondent, gets into the ring. He goes, Tegan and Piper, first of all, welcome officially to Monday Night Raw. And second of all, what's your business here on Raw? Tegan goes, well, first of all, hey, everybody. It's a little bit bittersweet leaving SmackDown because, we had our home. We had our friends over on SmackDown, but, staying in the same place for too long, you get a little bit complacent. The one thing you want to avoid in this industry, Kevin, is complacency. But one thing we don't want to avoid is whatever brand the women's tag team champions happen to be on. Because we lost those championships, and we want them back. And Becky, she's been getting under everybody's skin recently. So we thought, we'd come over here and officially lay down the challenge right now for Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria against me and Piper at Bash in Berlin for the women's tag team championships. And then they leave, yeah. Piper and Tegan laying out the challenge. Then we cut backstage to Becky, who's watching that on the screen. She goes, can you believe that? Okay. Tegan and Piper, 2 girls coming after the tag team champions. That shouldn't be fair. And Lyra goes, there tends to be 2 tag team champions, Becky. That's sort of the point. That's why they're a tag team championship. Becky goes, you give me a lot of lip. You've been hanging around with Kelly again? And Kelly goes, I'm here. You can't just blame all of Lyra's frustrations out on me, and blame me as the little devil on her shoulder. But actually, I'm more so, trying to steer her straight from your lunacy around here. Okay? And Becky just don't you come in Becky Stardust's locker room and raise your voice at the tag team champions like that. Who even invited you here, I don't even like you. Kelly goes, yeah, ditto. But, Lyra's my friend, I want to support my friend. In her rightful tag team championship reign. So now, if you really are the tag team champions, it shouldn't really matter. Because you can team with Lyra and defend your belts at Berlin. Because if you're the champion, you're so good at being the champions by yourself, you won't need Bird Girl by your side. And Becky goes, I hate it when the worst person I know makes a good point. Fine, Bird Girl, let us fly to Berlin. And then Becky leaves the locker room. As she leaves, Triple H is just lingering around outside. He goes, just exactly who I was waiting for. And Becky there sort of glares at him and goes, can I help you, boss man? And he goes, it's about, do you know exactly what it's about? And that's when, at that point, Becky, I imagine she's she has her hair in some sort of ridiculous hairstyle, and then she takes the glasses off, her sunglasses off, pulls her hairband out, and lets her hair just fall normally, sort of wipes her face paint off, and she just turns to Triple H and is he doesn't want to be here. You can ask everybody you want. Do the right thing. You messed up, and it cost you one of your top stars. You're lucky I'm still around here. But I've got tag team championships to defend. But sometimes, you gotta reap what you sow. And here, I hate to say it, boss man, you need to do some reaping. And then Becky Silver just walks off. And Triple H just stands there looking with egg on his face. Gorilla The grand jury getting prepared for Trick Williams up next, and Priest goes, "Boys, first of all, I didn't know that he'd been in contact with you as well. I thought it was just a me thing, and then we were going to introduce him to you when the time came. But I see that you're already, on board with what's going on here, so allow me to go over it by myself tonight. I'm the one that's got to impress him the most, and I've got to get Trick Williams out of our hair, and if I can beat him and deliver Trick's head either by our side or on a stick, that's what we'll have to do. I'll have to do it by myself." Then everyone kind of like, "Okay, you're cool, big man. See you later." So yeah, Damian Priest going in alone against Trick Williams. I actually believe I did make a stipulation where they were banned from ringside, but if I didn't, then they're not there anyway, but if I did, then here you go. 80 rating. Yeah, obviously with nobody else by his side. Trick Williams does overcome the odds, I guess. The odds just being Damian Priest, but he does pick up the win. 12:54 by pinfall. 68 for Trick, 85 for Damian Priest. So yeah, now, surely issues, appear to be over. They tried to get Trick. Trick didn't want to join, and now Trick has put them to the sword, but Priest might have other more important things to worry about, because he wanted to try and impress this higher being, whoever it is that's overseeing the grand jury, and failed. So, that might be a bit of a problem. But anyway, yeah, Trick Williams does pick up the win here tonight. We then see Humberto and Tozawa just, chilling backstage with their tag team championships, talking about Bash in Berlin, It's going to be a big night, and the tag team championships will need to be defended on that show on such a big international stage. Tozawa goes, yeah, beating Logan Paul and KSI for the belts and taking them into Berlin. It's a big statement, a lot to ask for me after just a month back here, but, surely our challenges will become clear soon. And then we hear a big loud crash and pipes smashing on the floor in the background. And then a guttural, dragon's roar. they rush off, and, Xia Li's there, overseeing Zergus, who's holding his ankle or knee or whatever. And then in the background, you sort of see Imperium scurry away. And then Humberto and Tozawa catch sight of Imperium and sort of glare over where they left, and then help Zergus up. But yeah, Zergus has been taken out by Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. And that's not good. Quick Chad Gable video package. Yeah, he didn't really have much to do this week, but keep him relevant by showing him doing Chad Gable things, training, being American, having a big brain, being Mr. Money in the Bank, being smarter than everybody, and telling people about CM Punk. All that stuff. We then got backstage. Sol and Zoe chilling in the women's locker room when Tatum Paxi sort of just walks in. She goes, this place it's so eerie and empty without Mommy here. Okay. And then she sort of turns around. She sees Zoe Stark out there. It's got Rhea Ripley's name above the locker. And she goes, "You're sitting in Mommy's locker." And Zoe's like, "Oh, sorry, it's just last I checked, Mommy wasn't here because Mommy hurt her little leg. So this is basically a free seat, and I'm sitting next to my friend and tag team partner. Thank you very much." Tim goes, "What friend? Why do you get a friend, but I have no friends?" And then Zoe's like, "I don't know, maybe because you're a weird bitch." And Tatum smacks Zoe Stark in the face. And obviously Zoe Stark starts seeing red. You see Sol Ruca slowly start getting to her feet, trying to calm her down. Then she does swing at Tatum Paxley as well, starts brawling with her. She goes, "Oh, you're going to regret that, bitch. You haven't made any friends, but you made an enemy tonight. Me and you in that ring." And Tatum goes, "Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it." So yeah, Tatum Paxley, Zoe Stark in a match later on tonight. 82 rating. I'll take that. It's Tiffany and Bayley. I've had plenty of matches IRL that you can base this one off. Nova Nebula at ringside, maybe even on commentary. Stephanie Vicker sort of lingering around ringside, cheering Bayley on, probably to counteract Mariah May and Anne-Marie Porter at ringside for Tiffany. And there's a point where Bayley hits the rose plant on Tiffany. Mariah grabs her foot, puts it on the ropes, getting a rope break. And Bayley tries to fight them off. Her and Stephanie do fight off the other blonde Barbies. And then, the Stephanie goes to swing at Mariah May. She ducks, so she accidentally hits Bayley. Bayley goes down. Mariah tosses Stephanie into the barricade. Tosses Bayley into the ring. Tiffany hits that PME. And, Tiffany Stratton does pick up the win over Bayley. 84 for Bayley, 68 for Tiffany. And, big win for Tiffany Stratton. Nova was on commentary. She's like, hey, nice. Bayley deserved that. And then she gets up. She gets into the ring and she starts stomping on Bayley. Her and Tiffany stomp on Bayley together. Stephanie gets to her feet. She rushes into the ring. She throws hands with Tiffany. Bayley gets up. She throws hands with Nova. And then when Bayley's on her feet as well, she turns around. She starts getting in the face of Stephanie. She's like, what the hell do you do? Watch where you're throwing those hands, huh? It's all your fault tonight. So he goes, I was trying to help you, bitch. She shoves Bayley. Bayley shoves her back. We get them into a little bit of a scuffle as well. And then Bobby Roode comes out and goes, enough. I went over this earlier on tonight. I went over it with you 2 weeks ago. This roster, this locker room, is no longer the place where petty little squabbles are going to break out, because I'm going to take this place and I'm going to bring it under control. If you want to fight so badly, all 4 of you, I know just the time and just the place to do it. So, Nova, at Bash in Berlin, you will defend your WWE Women's Championship in a fatal 4-way match against Bayley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Tiffany Stratton. So big match. 4-way for the women's title. Nova's first defense against Bayley, Stephanie, and Tiffany in a 4-way. Main card backstage. Jakara Jackson. She's sort of licking her wounds. Bianca's not with her right now. It's just Jakara by herself. When Roxy and Corso just walk up and start being obnoxious, he goes, look who it is, it's little loser Jakara. I don't even know why someone like Bianca Belair would keep you around. Bianca Belair has won the Royal Rumble. She's main event at WrestleMania. She's a multi-time women's champion around here, and you want nothing but a loser. Every single time you have a tag team match and you lose, it's because of you. You're a liability. And honestly, if I was Bianca, I'd probably cut weight with Deadwood like you and watch you flounder by yourself. Because, we only associate with other winners around here. Jakara goes, you done? And then Cole goes, no, I don't think I am, actually. And then from off screen, Bianca's like, oh, no, I think you are. And she goes, hey, Bianca, we were just, greeting your little friend here after her loss. Bianca goes, spare me that bullshit, huh? You think I'm the dumbest? Okay? Well, Cora, you run your mouth about my girl, Jakara, behind my back, thinking I wouldn't hear you. That makes you the dumbest, okay? Because you think you're some sort of winner, but I don't really see you with championship gold around here. I haven't seen you win anything important anytime soon. But I never got my lick back properly from Clash at the Castle, huh? So how about next week, instead of you running your mouth about business that doesn't concern you about my girl, you get into that ring, you lace up those stupid little boots of yours, and you face off the EST on Raw next week. Corey goes, I'm not scared of you, Bianca. Maybe hanging around with Jakara too much is gonna, take you off your game. You're gonna end up being a loser just like she is. And then Roxy goes, come on, Cora, they're not even worth our time. And they leave, and Bianca sort of just consoles Jakara, goes, hey, don't let that get to you, you did good tonight. A-rated match. For the finish, that's perfectly fine. They're fighting around the outside of the ring. LA Knight's doing the yeah slams on the announce table. Tossing him around ringside and stuff. And then Wes Lee does eventually climb onto... He climbs onto the top rope without leaving the ring, or without entering the ring even. So he hops onto the apron on the outside, then gets onto the top rope that way. And he sees LA Knight sort of getting to his feet on the outside. But he now has a choice. He can either jump down into the ring, and win this by count out, or he can, deliver a big meteor to LA Knight, take him out. And he chooses the latter. He wipes LA Knight down. He hurts his knee on the way down, and then as he starts getting to his feet at 9, his sort of knee just buckles, and he collapses, and we get a double count out. So, yeah. 83 for LA Knight, 92 for Wes Lee outscoring LA Knight. Okay, sure. But yes, obviously, with that finish and the crowd deflated, that's when Jay White's music hits. And he comes out on the stage and he's laughing. He goes, oh, look at that. These two people here that are so desperate to get a shot at the Intercontinental Championship that they're willing to rip each other's throats out and lose their own opportunities by fighting off with each other. You know, you make a lot of big claims around here, LA Knight, but I think after all this time it's you who's the dummy. Yeah. And you, Wes. That's the closest you're ever going to get to my championship, buddy. You blew it. And both of you goes, whoa, I don't think that's how we do things around here. So, Jay White, you have been the Intercontinental Champion for a couple of months now. You faced off a lot of different challenges, including LA Knight and Wes Lee both. But at Bash in Berlin, we're going to see what kind of champion you really are, because you see, you won that championship in a triple threat match. And at Bash in Berlin, we're going to see if you can eke out the victory in a triple threat match once again, where it'll be you, the Switchblade Jay White, the Intercontinental Champion, defending the championship against both Wes Lee and LA Knight. Yeah. So yeah, another big match set for Bash in Berlin. It is Jay White defending the Intercontinental Championship against both Wes Lee and LA Knight. You know, I've made that choice. I could have easily done the standard sports entertainment finish where Jay White ran in and attacked both, but that's dumb. I want to try to do a different sort of double finish. So yeah, double count now was fine, sure. But yes, it will lead to a triple threat match at Bash in Berlin. Then see Tiana James pop in a quick little pre-tape. She goes, hey, you know, temporary deputy stand-in, leader of the women's division, Tiana James here, Heat general manager. I come with you with some big news that will concern everybody. Because it's been nearly, 2 years since the inaugural Women's Breakout Tournament, where 8 women's superstars competed for the right to own a contract here in WWE, and then, went on to form a group that now is dominating on Monday Night Heat under my watch. So, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Starting tonight, for the next 3 weeks, we will see the 2024 Women's Breakout Tournament. 8 women superstars, those who have not yet competed on Raw or SmackDown, going to step into a tournament, and the winner of that match will earn a shot at the Women's Liberty Championship and Candice LeRae at the SmackDown Bad Blood Premium Live event later this month. Who's going to be in the bracket? You'll have to wait and find out. Tune into Heat for all the best women's professional wrestling here in WWE. So yeah, another breakout tournament. 8 women. That's 3 weeks of content getting us to, Bad Blood, where because Candice is a SmackDown wrestler, so it's the SmackDown pay-per-view, so it doesn't matter who wins. Because, of course, they're mainly all NXT people, because, it's people that haven't wrestled on Raw or SmackDown yet. So I guess they'll be drafted to whatever brand they want, but because Candice is a SmackDown champion, the title match is on the SmackDown pay-per-view. We then see Dio and Manny, Manny stressed, Dio less so. Because she's short, short Japanese girl, quite cute, if I do say so myself. Have you seen her around here? If Cameron Pansquassi goes to Orange Cassidy, he just stood there and he goes, I don't know. There's a lot of Japanese women around here. Is that her? And then he points at someone off screen, turn around, and Saray just stood there. And he goes, yes, that is Orange, you're a genius. He goes, all he did was look across Manny. He goes, Saray, how you doing? You good? She goes, yeah, I'm fine. He goes, what are you doing here? She goes, I work here. Are you okay, Manny? You might have taken a bit hit on the head. He goes, no, he's just concerned about you is all, because, he's heard some things. And Manny goes, Dio, shush. I was just checking in on you. I wanted to see how you were doing. So, anyway, I was thinking, if you're not busy next week, how about you and I, we hang out. Just you and I. And so he goes, sorry, I'm busy next week. And Dio just laughs in the background. And he goes, what do you mean you're busy next week? She goes, I'm wrestling next week. And he goes, oh, well, okay. Well, maybe the week after that. So he goes, maybe. Bye. And she leaves. And Dio goes, she's been a lot more distant lately. It must be a side effect of the curse. And he goes, don't say that word. He goes, what? Curse? The curse that you put on her? The curse that we put on her? And he goes, shut the fuck up, man, Dio, okay? Can you not see I'm stressed here? And then he walks off. He goes, I'm just pulling your leg, Manny. I'm just pulling your leg. But yeah, so Ray will be in action next week. La-di-da. 76. Sure. That's a lot better than it should have been. It's Tatum Paxley and Zoe Stark. Tatum does win 905 for the Pax Plex. 72 for Tatum, 54 for Zoe Stark. Actually, I should probably debut the Psycho Trap here, actually, because she had the Pax Plex as a finisher when she was just, the generic white meat babyface under Alexa and co. But now she's more of her actual gimmick now. I could probably change her finisher to match, But yeah, 72 for Tatum, 54 for Zoe Stark, and a nice win for Tatum Paxley. After the match, Ruca is tending to her friend, trying to calm her down, when she gets jumped by Tatum Paxley as well. And then Jade Cargill rushes out, she boots, Tatum makes the save for Ruca. Bivens hands her a microphone. And Jade goes, bitch, did you think I forgot about you? Listen, I know Rhea Ripley's not here and she's the one I really want to get my hands on, but since she's not, don't think I forgot it was you at WrestleMania who got involved in my match, caused me to lose my championship. So I've got just as much incentive to boot you in the face as I do Rhea Ripley. So how about it, Tatum? You, me, Berlin, 12 nights at Bash in Berlin. And Pac's like, you'll regret that, huh? Finally I get to avenge my mommy. And this... She breaks like a little doll in half. She goes, that will be the real you. Yeah, Tatum and Jade. Now, coming about because Rhea's injured, but sure, it's a nice little spot for Tatum to be in. We then head back to the Grand Jury Spooky Purple locker room. And Priest opens the door. Emerson and Ken, they're there waiting to greet him. And then Priest just like angrily punches a hole in the wall, like boots a chair over and stuff. He goes, ah! He goes, I'm guessing it didn't go too well then. He went, no, I lost. He goes, damn bummer. I guess he's not going to be too impressed with that, huh? And Priest goes, well, we haven't got to wait long to find out. Because I actually got in contact with him before I got here. He's going to be back next week. And then Emerson and Kenzo look shocked at each other. He goes, next week already? And Priest goes, already? It's been... But yes, next week he'll be here. So yeah, I guess this mystery person is back next week. Whoever could that be? Speaking of next week, we do have 3 matches set for next week's show, including, following the brief interaction they had backstage earlier on tonight, Finn Balor will go one-on-one with Dirty Dom, Dominic Mysterio, on next week's episode of Raw. Dominic and Christian laughing at Finn and his defeat in the tournament. So yeah, Dominic and Finn one-on-one next week. Plus, Saray will be in action next week on Raw. She's appeared to stand Manny up, but maybe she is actually busy. You'll have to see what that's all about. Plus, Bianca Belair against Cora Jade one-on-one. They might have had a singles match in the build-up to one of the matches with Bayley, but this is like the first proper Cora and Bianca match after all their issues they've had all their months ago, where Cora's the heel and Bianca is, I guess, sort of more leaning babyface here. But yes, we do have a lot more matches announced for Bash in Berlin tonight, though, those being for the WWE Women's Championship, a fatal 4-way match. Nova Nebula's back is against the wall already as champion, when she defends against not only Bayley, but also Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton in a fatal 4-way match, plus more multi-person championship action as Jay White, the Switchblade, defends the Intercontinental Championship match in a triple threat against both LA Knight, the former... No, he's not the former champion. He's the former challenger, and Wes Lee. Plus, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship action as Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria will defend Becky's Women's Tag Team Championships against the former champions Tegan Nox and Piper Niven, who have made the jump over to Raw at Bash in Berlin. Plus, just made official now, Tatum Paxley versus Jade Cargill. One-on-one women's action, no title on the line, just a grudge match at Bash in Berlin. Oh my god, I'm so fucking happy this got a 99. Right. It got a 99. But yeah, this match goes along. This goes 20 minutes and 27. You know, this is your epic Gunter Raw main event because it needs to go that long because I need to tell a story here. The story's not really with Gunter, the story's with Montez Ford. So yeah, Gunter obviously comes out. He's got Ludwig and Gio with him. Tez has got Oro with him. And obviously, yeah, Montez Ford, he's been, present on Raw a lot, but he's not really been at the top for a long time. He won the World Championship. He finished off the stuff he had with Bianca and Candice heading into WrestleMania. But since he moved to Raw, he's sort of been, a B+ player, basically, is what you could say. But that is even after beating Seth Rollins in the first round of King of the Ring, which no one thought he was going to do. And yeah. Anyway, so he gives it his all against Gunther. He throws everything he's got at the Ring General. He hits a big frog splash on him, and he gets a 2 count. He takes a lot of them chops, and he fires up. He screams in Gunther's face for more, and then Gunther doesn't actually chop him. He goes down to the floor again. And Tez, he does get all fired up. He hits a big comeback, a big enziguri. He starts shaking the ropes like Batista. He goes to go up top for a frog splash when Vinci pops up on the apron. And Oro Mensah rushes round. He pulls Vinci off the apron. They fight, but Ludwig Kaiser gets the better of him. Tosses Oro Mensah against the barricade. And then that obviously distracts Montez Ford. He leaps off. Gunther catches him. He hits a powerbomb on Montez Ford. 1, 2, Ford kicks out. Montez Ford, he gets all fired up. He hulks up. He's got a big red chest from all the chops he's got on him. He gets in Gunther's face, so head to head, forehead to forehead. They exchange strikes. The crowd's getting fully behind Tez at this point. And then Gunther, drops Montez Ford again with that big drop kick into the corner. Ludwig and Vinci cheer him on when we hear a commotion from the crowd. Outrush Humberto Carrillo and Akira Tozawa. They wipe out Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, take them to the back. And Gunther, he's up top, going for that big splash as that happens. He then turns around, he flies off for the big splash, but Montez Ford rolls out of the way. He hits a big enziguri again on Gunther. He goes up top, he gets all fired up. He hits another one of them big frog splashes. He plants it on Gunther. 1, 2, and Gunther reverses it into a choke. And Montez Ford, he's trying to fire up. He starts to get to his feet, lifting Gunther up. When Gunther sort of starts chopping his back or whatever, and he collapses again under his weight, Gunther can finally wrap his legs around, lock that choke in properly. And Montez Ford passes out. So it will be, at Bash in Berlin, the finals of the WWE Championship Tournament of Champions. It's Gunther against the phenomenal AJ Styles. 100 for Gunther, 92 for Montez Ford. And after the match, Oro Mensah, he gets back into the ring. He helps Montez Ford to his feet. Bianca and Jakara do come out as well, check on him after he's been through a war. And the crowd's giving him a nice round of applause. They're chanting for Tez. And yeah, what a performance and what a man, but unfortunately he came up just short here tonight. 92 rated show. Sure, we'll take that for a banger main event. And yeah, what matters more like you thought of the show, do let me know in the comments below. When I see you on the other side, for Heat. Heat kicks off with Tiana James in her office. You know, she's running down the tournament bracket for the breakout tournament, which will be we've got Jada Parker against NXT Japan's Yukiko Fujimoto. We've got Kalani Jordan against... Is it Persephone? No, Persephone's against Ren Sinclair. Kalani is against Myla Grace. And then Lena Cross is against the newest member of Queendom, the Megasis. I don't know the exact bracket order. I just know those are the 4 matches. But yeah, and Kiara James has gassed up the breakout tournament. She's like, yeah, you know, you can be great and you can break out just like the girls behind me did. Next Gen, you know, the 5 members of the inaugural women's breakout tournament, you know. And they didn't waste any time making a big impact. And Kathy Kuzo, like, just sarcastically does remark and go, yeah, you know, you too can fall in line and be, you know, the bodyguard, the onlookers for the greatest general manager in the women's division history, Tiana James. They go, see? What she said, yeah. But yeah, there's this first tiny little sarcastic sight that maybe Next Gen aren't happy in their current position. 60 rated match. I knew I should have had this main event because obviously Yukiko Fujimoto is from NXT Japan, which means she's really good because that's how Japanese women work on this game. But Jada Parker does win. She pins Yukiko in 12:30. She gets a 21 and a 72 for Yukiko Fujimoto. So Jada Parker does advance to face somebody in the next round. I don't exactly know who it is, but yeah, it's fine. They have great chemistry. So yeah, but apparently the woman who's going to be scoring by far the best in the entire tournament, I bounced out in the first round. The only person with higher than 60 psychology, so that's going to be a struggle. Because then, yeah, you get this. Neither of these women they're both unimportant. So, yeah. Kalani Jordan and Myla Grace. It is Kalani who picks up the win. She wins with that one-of-a-kind moonsault in 10:54. 32 for Kalani, 23 for Myla Grace. So yeah, she's on to the next round. So it was her and Jada Parker so far. We then get a breakup of the breakout tournament matches to get to the latest in Chelsea Green law. Because, you know, last week, what do you girls do on that bus? Like, it's so dirty. You know, I thought girls like you know, with how much you try to look after your aesthetic as much as I may think you don't look that great because you don't look like me. You clearly do take care in how you're presented, but you know the van was messy. Maggie goes, it's ours, you know, we don't tidy up after ourselves because the cleaning lady does it. Anyway, she slams a massive box on the table. She goes, we oversold these, overstocked, we need to sell them all now. Just goes, I don't understand what that's got to do with me. She goes, you are a little saleswoman. And then she puts a little J-Flow bucket hat on Chelsea Green's head. She goes, go. And then we get a panorama shot. Oh, that's the wrong word. A montage is the word I'm looking for. Of Chelsea Green, you know, in a town centre, wearing a pink J-Flow shirt with a pink J-Flow hat on. Just dressed head to toe in J-Flow gear. You know, trying to sell J-Flow merchandise to people. But obviously, because she's Chelsea Green, she's not very good at it because she's a Karen. 22. For a match with 2 unimportant people, that's actually not that bad. Persephone against Ren Sinclair. It is she's from AAA. Persephone is. I've used her on Heat a couple of times before. I just like her pitch. I think she's got a good look. So yeah, let's give her a run in this tournament. She beats Ren Sinclair with a roll up, which I think might actually be said as a finisher because I don't remember setting that to be a flash pinfall. So yeah, 38 for Persephone, 35 for Ren Sinclair. So yeah, so far it is Persephone, it is Kalani Jordan, and it is Jada Parker in the semi-finals. Our main event isn't next. I forgot about this segment. Club Venus are in their club. You know, they've tied it all up after, you know, last month when JFO destroyed it all. And, you know, they're just laughing and go, did you see little Zoe Stark on Raw this week? You know, she was out of line. You know, we've been having a deal with that loser over here on Heat for a while now. And it's nice to see her finally get a comeuppance from somebody else. Then Tatum Paxi does walk into the doors of the club. Because, oh my god, I found it. That music is so loud. I don't like being here. She sort of like scurries across and she goes, girls, I came to ask you something. And they sort of like look at her because she's shouting like really loud over the music. She goes, me and Zoe and Sol have been having problems. And I need a tag team partner next week since Mommy's not here to face them. Would you, Mina, be my tag team partner next week against Sol and Zoe? And Mina's like, yeah, sure. And she's like, do you want to stay for a drink? She goes to hand her a champagne. She goes, oh no, I don't. I better get back to my house. And she leaves. And they go, yeah, you're a team with that weirdo next week, huh? Mina goes, she seems fun. 39 rated main event. Megasis was actually fine, despite having no popularity. Because I pumped character ideas into her. Like, the way the creative system in this game works is, I think character ideas are, the best and easiest ones to do. Because I just stockpiled a bunch of, like, surefire character ideas from all my creative meetings, and just all pumped them into her, because if they're successful, they give her momentum. So she's got, like, hot momentum, so I knew she'd be able to be fine and not, be stung by the crowd not being interested. But apparently the crowd was dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But she does win, of course, in 5 minutes and 40. 50 for the Megasis, 26 for Lena Cross. Who, in her own right, is, I think, quite tall. I think she's like 5'10", and Megasis is like 6'1", so yeah. Anyway, Megasis with the win. She advances. Our final four are the Megasis, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, and Persephone. That ends the show, which gets us 45. Sure, we're doing a breakout tournament, it's fine. What matters more, that's what you thought of the show, mainly of Raw. I'll see you next time for ECW. See you then.